my name is Amy Hardy, and I'm a licensed clinical professional counselor at Cherry Gulch, a therapeutic boarding school for middle school-aged boys in Idaho. The title of our presentation is #Embracing Change, Integrating Student Use of Media in a Therapeutic Program. We decided to develop this program after we changed our media policy at Cherry Gulch from an abstinence-based program to a media-inclusive program. We're integrating the use of digital literacy lessons work for our students, where they learn the value of social relationships outside of media, as well as integrating media into their social world. At Cherry Gulch, we've also implemented a program that the boys work through, starting at the beginning of their program with no media, kind of to break the habits that they've developed before coming to Cherry Gulch. And as they progress through our program, we gradually implement the use of media, starting with very supervised media use on computers in our media center, being able to check out their devices such as their DSs, maybe iPods, laptops, iPads, in the media center with a direct care staff, graduating up to the end of the program when our students have their phones, their devices, out in the milieu with them, and they're tasked with learning how to regulate themselves with their media use, with time in their social relationships, being able to put those down and still engage in their social relationships. We decided to implement this program at Cherry Gulch because as students were coming to us from home or from wilderness programs, one of the biggest things that we saw on their profiles that parents were complaining about, that the students had had very difficult situations with, was media. A lot of the families came with calling what their students had as video game addiction, which I'm not certain that that was exactly what it was. However, definitely video game usage was a huge problem prior to them enrolling at Cherry Gulch. And then as they progressed through our abstinence program, they definitely learned how to engage in their social world and their academic world. However, when they transitioned away from Cherry Gulch with our abstinence-based model, we found that when they integrated back into their homes or into a step-down therapeutic program or a traditional boarding school, and they were reintroduced to media, again, those problems came back, and that became one of the biggest challenges for a lot of our boys after Cherry Gulch. So in looking at those challenges, we decided to take on this very difficult challenge of integrating media into our therapeutic program and developing their ability to manage media in a therapeutic way. We've definitely seen some benefits of this. It's also been a challenge in figuring this out, but it's also helped our families on their home visits and looking at transition, having the boys already had the media in their hands, had the consequences of overuse or not regulating their emotions or utilizing it way too much and having to dial it back. They've already had those benefits within our program, and therefore when we transition home, they're doing a much better job of being able to manage media after Cherry Gulch. So we'd love to share how we're doing that at Cherry Gulch, our policies, what our privileges are as they move through the program, what we are encouraging parents and families to do at home, and share what we've learned in doing so, and why we decided to take this on. So we'd love to come to the NATSAP conference and be able to present that to